Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Under Embargo with Chelsea. Today, starting on the page of Reece James. But before we get into that, I'm knackered. And there's a reason for that, because this is basically the second time I've had to record, well, not actually recorded anything. This is the second time I've had to basically play an entire episode. So that's good, because today I was planning on somehow trying to fit enough time in to record 3 videos, just so that we can actually get this done and get everything perfect this week, so you guys have got content for the whole week, and we can actually finish this Chelsea save. And it means doing big chunks off camera. I decided we'd go to the Manchester United game, which meant a good 6 or 7 matches off camera. I thought that's reasonable enough. We've got time just about to do that. Got to the middle of the Huddersfield game. The last game off camera. Mason Mount is about to swing a corner in, and then everything just froze. And then the dreaded pop-up of the crash dump appeared. And I hadn't saved it since literally after the last episode. Now, that's totally on me, I know. But, god damn it. That's the beta. So I've literally had to play all the off-camera games again. There's more stuff too, actually. The fact that we've had more injuries this time around. And the youth intake is way worse. Or not the intake, but the preview thing. It was yellow before. No, sorry, it was green before. And now it's sort of like mostly green and yellow. And it's like proper iffy. So that's really, really annoying. Thankfully, it hasn't really changed a great deal in terms of where the league is and stuff like that. The results are slightly different, obviously, but it's not what I needed today when I was trying to record an extra video to essentially have to record 4. Not that I actually got to the recording part, I was just gutted. So here I am, an hour and a half later, yeah. It sucks when that happens. I've been saving every 2 matches off camera after each game. Well, not after each game, after every 2 games to try and keep it. It didn't happen during the Huddersfield game this time. I don't know what's caused it. It sucks, but here we are. So I thought we'd start on Reece James, because I'm running out of players on my little list to the right-hand side. He's having a bloody good year, I have to say. Really, really pleased with him, to be honest. I mean, it's 4-star, 4-star now, which is really, really nice as well. Still no England cap. I'm surprised, actually, considering how good he's been, that he hasn't got an England call-up, but that's just how it is. Anyway, that's enough about that. Let's get into the games off camera. Just checked, and there were, in fact, 7 matches off camera, and I'd played 6.5 of them before the game crashed. Jesus. And that's a long time when you're on, like, extended highlights. I think I went to key for some of the replay ones just because I was like, I cannot have time for this. But, as it happens, we got ourselves a 3-0 victory away at Watford. Chacon scoring his first goal. Mason Mount added another one on the stroke of half-time before Mateo Kovacic made it 3-0. Massively, not even against run of play. I feel like we probably deserve to win. As much as they had more shots than us, in general, we had better quality of chances. But 3-0 is way flattering on us, to be fair. Then we were able to scrape a 1-0 victory at home to Burnley. This was a proper scrape job. They were crap, but they defended pretty well on the night. In the end, it took an Ethan Ampadu goal to win it for us in the 90th minute, to score his first ever Chelsea goal, to give us a 1-0 victory over Burnley. And I think that earned us the Park the Bus achievement or something. It was 5 consecutive clean sheets, I believe, which is pretty damn good from a defensive display, but my God, will we bailed out here. Mason Mount, though, still very, very good on the night. Unfortunately, though, with a full week off, we weren't able to do a particularly brilliant job against Norwich City away. There was me saying, a couple of games against Norwich, perfect. Then I looked at where Norwich were in the league, as you saw in the last episode, and realised they're actually quite decent. Yeah, they scored a penalty, frustrating, but hey, at least the penalty went in, I suppose. We then equalised for N'Golo Kante, but unfortunately, they were able to go back in front. I'd say they probably deserved it, though, in all honesty. It's probably the worst we've played for a very long time. To be fair, we actually lost to them 2-1, or I think it was, we lost 1-0 in the first time round. So in fairness, nothing changed, except we conceded more goals. So there is that. But then just 2 days later, back at home, we were able to come up with a victory this time. It's so strange how things changed. They were dreadful. I think it's just because we've got a bit more squad depth than them. They played a very similar system and very similar team to what they played against us 2 days earlier. We did, but we had a few changes too. Callum Hudson-Odoi, lovely header from a free kick. And then Jude Bellingham basically run the entire length of the pitch with the ball. They just parted for him, and he was able to slot into the far side for a 2-0 in the 92nd minute. It's nice to see Bellingham grabbing himself another goal coming off the bench here. Man of the match he got as well for that. But again, Mason Mount, those key passes really are mounting up. Then we had the FA Cup, and my God, we finally beat a Premier League team in the FA Cup. What a beautiful day. Tammy Abraham with a brace in the first half, Mateo Kovacic adding one in there as well. Richarlison did go on back for Everton in the second half, but it was too little, too late, and we are through, where we will play Fulham. I cannot believe we've played 3 FA Cup ties in this save, all of which are going to be against Premier League teams. It's annoying. Interestingly, again, in the first version of this, we also beat Everton 3-1, but we got drawn against Aldershot in that one. Yeah, this is the darker of the 2 timelines, it would seem. One of the other things that happened as well is that Pulisic, when he recovered from his lower stress fracture this time around, he then got another injury, so that kept him out even longer, which is just beautiful. And then much like the Norwich situation, we then went away in the next match and were pretty poor, to be honest. Moise Kean gave them the lead early on. They then added another one before a half-time with Richarlison. Erling Haaland did get us a goal back at the start of the second half, and I thought, oh, maybe this is our moment. But again, another defeat. I think that winning run we were on was just so... It was bound to come to an end eventually. The Norwich one was a bit of a sickener. This one, yeah, I think it's probably about right, to be honest. They were probably the better side. But again, Kante pretty solid in this one. But we were able to then recover with a 4-0 trashing of Huddersfield Town. Not a huge surprise that we went and got the victory here. Mason Mount penalty gave us the lead. No surprises there. Before Izzy... Oh, this was glorious. Izzy Brown own goal. And it wasn't just like a little deflected one. He's tried to clear the ball and it's just... It looked like it just skimmed off his foot and went straight into his own net. It was glorious to make it 2-0. Erling Haaland added another one on the 52nd minute for N'Golo Kante, adding himself another goal. He's got a few more goals lately, giving us a 4-0 thumping of Huddersfield. And we kind of needed that because really we hadn't put in one of those top quality performances since the... well, not even since the Watford game. We were pretty poor in that. Just happened to get the 3-0. It was just nice to see that we were still capable of winning games like this. Just demolishing teams, you know? And frankly, we're doing very, very well in the league. Still got absolutely no hope in hell of winning it, though, because we're 5 points behind them, and they have a game in hand, which they'll probably win to take themselves 8 points clear. But what I would say is Liverpool, as I was saying, have just got worse and worse and worse. And Bournemouth have now slipped into that final Champions League spot. I think we're in a pretty good shape now. 10 points above that. It's between us and Man United really duking it out for second place. What I'm very interested in, though, is the Bournemouth-Liverpool battle for the final Champions League place. I don't know what's going on at Bournemouth, but they've done it. I don't think Tammy Abraham has scored a single goal for us in those off-camera matches. He did have a cold, which meant that he missed, I think, 2 games, so I had to pay back Schwei. So I guess that could have something to do with it. But the fact that he could miss that many matches and still be top scorer in the league, he kind of did this last year, though. If I remember correctly, at one point he blew into a massive lead, and then he just didn't score for ages. And I feel like he's into another one of those spells now. Hopefully he can break that duck, but it is away at Manchester United today. It's a truly massive one. Now, admittedly, the reason Liverpool are in where they are is they've got a bit unfortunate. They lost to Spurs, I think, and they lost at home to Man United in their last match. So they've had a few tough results. And again, we've still not had any massive games for a while. Like the Everton defeat away from home, I mean, it's 13th place Everton, 9th place Norwich away from home. Those are their 2 defeats, and even they're not great, really. Like, we've not played any of these sides for so long. Now, someone said they wanted to see our squad depth. This is kind of where we're at on this. Can I turn on under 21s? And yes, okay, let's turn those on just in case that makes any difference. It shouldn't do. You know, Abraham, Haaland, Batshuayi, Giroud, Loftus-Cheek technically in there too on the left. You know, Sancho, Hudson-Odoi, Musonda's technically here as well. Pedro, I don't know why Pedro isn't listed. Oh, I sold Pedro because he was complaining and I thought we could get some money for him because his contract expires at the end of the year anyway and they won't let me give him a new one basically. So he's gone to Villarreal, I think it was. So that's where he's gone. Sancho on the right as well. I mean, this is the great thing about this. Pulisic has taken a bit of a back step because of his injury, I think, but also I think because of the influence of Jadon Sancho. In the middle, though, it's really nice with Kovacic and Kante and Mount, and even Bakayoko, although I refuse to play him. Barkley's out on loan. We've got plenty more as well with the likes of Bellingham, who I've given lots of game time to. Emerson, somehow only 3 stars in this team, but I think that's just because other players have been so good in places. But Tomori and Rudiger forming a nice partnership. Tomori's been injured as well, unfortunately. Reece James on the right. It's crazy to think that Emerson is actually probably the weakest of our backline defenders. Almost forgot. This is what we got this time around. There are a few good wingers in general. A good crop of players. See, there was a lot more green in it the first time around. I think we had like 1 yellow comment, and it was, I can't remember what it actually said, but it definitely said something better than this. But it's just one of those things, isn't it, really? When it rains, it pours. Because it's not saying like a good group of players, but it's not been like, oh, there's a standout here or that. It's just, yeah, this is kind of a bit iffy. I don't expect to get anything decent from this youth intake. But you never know. But it doesn't really have the ability to surprise you anymore, does it? Like, we kind of figured that there was going to be something with Panahi, and we got it. This, we're not expecting anything, and I think the chances of us getting anything are going to be very, very slim. Unlike today, where hopefully we can go to Manchester United and pull something off. Now, hopefully, Tammy Abraham is fit again. Yes, okay, good. So, Pulisic is still not fully fit again. This is what I mean. It's been that long, and he's still not actually back to match fitness. Sancho can play there. Mount and Kante. Mount is just so much better than Kovacic in this role. Like, not amazingly. Kovacic has definitely improved. But I think what it is Mount, when you actually look at it, he doesn't hold position because it goes against his PPM that he's got. I'm not sure. I presume that gets forward wherever possible or something like that. Yeah. I don't know if Kovacic has that. No, he doesn't. And I think for whatever reason, that Mason Mount having that PPM seems to make him play better in the role that we're trying to use him for, even though it goes against what he's doing, and I'm not going to knock it. Kovacic has still been decent in front of goal, but Mount really does seem to have been solid as a rock. This is about as stronger first 11 as we're going to get right now. So I'm going to put Bellingham on the bench. So we have Bellingham, Ampadu, Hudson-Odoi, Batshuayi, Christensen, Kovacic, and Chacon. Nice to see him at least score his first goal. That's something, I suppose. We're in a really good spot. That being said, a defeat to Manchester United here could start to pull us back in, but I think top 4 is kind of sorted. I think honestly we're not going to be able to challenge for the title. We knew that anyway. It's kind of a two-way battle between us and Man United, and this right here is really important for that. I like that they're actually using Mason Greenwood up top. He's won Player of the Month like twice, despite scoring very few goals during it. It's very strange. They've actually got a deep line playmaker and an advanced playmaker. I've very rarely ever seen a team do that. But with that in mind, we're actually going to go after both of these two, I suppose, and there, and there, and there. It's going to be quite a heavily marky game, I would say. I mean, a defeat here isn't the end of the world, but it does kind of put us in a really difficult... We could drop out of qualification spots if we fail to get a point here. I don't think that's true. Qualification for what? Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what we could fall out of. Is the top 2? Do they qualify for a different round of the Champions League or something? I don't think they do. So I don't know what that's about. We're in a very, very good spot, though, this year. Frankly, we're putting on pretty much title-winning form, I'd have to say, at this point of the year. But we're not going to get anywhere near the title. But this is the first real top-class opponent we've played in a very, very long time. Sancho, oh, nice. Abraham's, good to have him back too. Can he drop it around the side? He's gone past one. Can he slip it through? Oh, he nearly could have slipped that through, perhaps. Mason Mount, he's been excellent. He's nearly into double figures this year. Emerson and Pulisic. Good save from De Gea. Better. I can't believe I actually forgot to mention this. This is how much my brain has been fried today. We got CSK in Moscow. Oh, great. Good finish from Douglas Costa in the bottom corner, and I think they probably deserve it. They've been the better side so far. Yeah, we got CSK in Moscow in the Europa League knockout first round, so that's a pretty favourable tie in all honesty. I can't imagine they're that much stronger than Spartak, so that should be a pretty solid route to the next round for us, hopefully. That's yeah, just bad defending, letting him all the way through. We did the same with Martial, but he's not... okay. Only thing I can think of is this is what we've kind of been doing when things have got tough for us. We just do that, and that seems to have a... Doesn't always work. Goes back for Mason Mount. Need a big day from him today. Oh, Emerson's through. I was hoping he'd get fouled there, and Haaland's got there anyway. Well, I mean, that's somewhat against the run of play, but Erling Haaland, 14 goals for him this year as well. Like, he goes under the radar of just being a really solid striker. I don't think he's ever going to get, like, hat-tricks for us like Tammy Abraham, but he's so much more consistent. He just regularly pops up with a goal here and there, and he's not that far behind Abraham. Abraham this time with the flick on, and Haaland equalises. Brilliant stuff. Mason Mount is on a booking, but luckily we've got options off the bench like nobody's business. Don't foul. Oh, God, he's gone past 1 and 2. I mean, I don't know how we got away with that there. I mean, they definitely had the better of that first half, and we are fortunate to be level, but we're in the position and we've got to make the most of it. Oh, God, Martial in tons of space. And, oh, wow. Just last-stitch blocks for days. Abraham, oh my God, look at the space. Haaland's in. Can he finish? Oh, no. Oh, what a chance that was. We very nearly caught them, mugged them off royally there. What a chance. My system wants us to play more short passes, but, like, clearly what's worked for us today, and Pulisic drives one wide. They've got Rashford. Oh, and Emerson's done really well there. Oh, no. No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. Not at all. He did fantastically well initially and then really screwed it up, but Pulisic's done brilliantly to cut across there. And loads of space for Tammy Abraham. He's got to finish. Yes! Oh, my goodness. We have cut them open on the break there. Manchester United 1, Chelsea 2. Tammy Abraham's 22nd of the year. He's not scored a goal in the league for quite some time, it feels, but I think this was made by the fact that Pulisic comes inside from that right-hand wing and it just overloads the middle. I thought this chance had gone. Abraham's just struck it from fair old whack, and it's Manchester United 1, Chelsea 2. Come on. At the end of the day, going from 5th to 2nd this year is a big step up. Oh, well played. Pulisic just knocks it around the corner. Reece James, look at the space. Hudson-Odoi could go through here. Oh, wow. That should have been a goal. We've had the opportunities, in all honesty, to put this game to bed in the end. Tomori. Nice work around the side for James again. And Pulisic's making a great run. Man United are pushing so far out. He's going to square... he's just going to smash this. Yeah, I mean, they never square it, unfortunately. Douglas Costa. Make a tackle on him. They just don't know how to tackle it. Oh, my goodness. He is unplayable. 2-2. And Douglas Costa has just, every time he's squared up one of our players, he's just had this ability to just go past them. I think that's the second time today that he has... Emerson... Once he gets it here, I thought, oh, but we're actually in decent shape. But he's just sort of turned him in knots, got inside, an absolute thunderbolt at the near post. I mean, that no goalkeeper's saving that. God damn it. I'd say it's probably a fair result, but we've had our opportunities to put this game to bed and get that third goal. Kovacic driving forward. Is there more? And Haaland! Kante! Oh, God damn it, man. How close was that? They might have one more chance if they can get a ball in. Cleared away. Oh, God! Oh, that fell to McTominay there. And that should... And there we go. Manchester United 2, Chelsea 2. Yeah, I think if we'd have just been able to handle Douglas Costa, but we just couldn't. But 2 more goals for our strikers, a point away at our biggest rival for second spot, I think is actually still pretty decent. It keeps us ahead of them. So I can't be too complaining about that. And only a few days out for Tammy Abraham, which is fine by me. I feel like the first round of the Europa League is kind of... I feel like we'll probably be all right in that. I'd much rather show you the Manchester City game away from home, because I think that's going to be way better. So I think we'll come back and do that. I don't know how I'm going to have time to fit all that in today, but I'm going to try my hardest. So, if you've enjoyed this episode and you're looking forward to more, drop a like on the video. We are going to get this season done. I think I'll be able to slow off the pace a little bit for the next ones after that, hopefully, anyway, just because I don't know how I'm going to do this. So yeah, if you've enjoyed it, drop a like, that'd be cool. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Coming back for an away game at Manchester City, which could well be our last hope of trying to claw our way back into a title race. But we've got a lot of tough ones in between there, and I just don't think we're going to quite make it. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.